So we got to find the inverse of this function g of x equals 9x plus 5. And so normally we would say wherever there's a f of x, replace it with y, but in this case it's g of x. It's still kind of the same thing. So I put y in wherever there's a g of x. Next we would say x equals some stuff. Now I hope that you guys realize that when I say x equals some stuff, I mean solve for x. In other words, you got to get x by itself and all the other stuff on the other side of the equal sign. So let's start that process. I'm going to subtract minus 5 on both sides. So I get y minus 5 is equal to 9x. Then I'm going to divide by 9 on both sides, and I get y minus 5 over 9. Oops, that's not the best looking 9 equals x. The next step in that process would be to swap, right, the x's and y's. So wherever you see an x, plug in a y for it. Wherever you see a y, plug in an x for it. So you get x minus 5 all over 9 equals y. And then so the last stop is wherever there's a y, you plug in the inverse notation. So wherever there's a y, we would plug in g inverse of x. Okay. But what I will do is I'm going to separate this. So instead of leaving it like this, remember that I can separate it, right? So for example, if I say 2 plus 3 over 5, that's the same as 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5. So I'm going to do that here with my stuff over 9. I'm going to say x over 9 minus 5 over 9. Okay? And then to make sure, I'm just going to graph it. Okay? And you could think of this, another way you could write this too is you could put the x over here, because this is how they actually have it on in your text. It would be 1 over 9 times x. Okay, so let's graph that real quick. So I'm going to pull up Desmos. What time do we get out of here? Okay, we're almost done. We're going to say 9x plus 5. And that's going to be blue. Let me show you what I'm doing here. And I'll change that to blue. Shoot. And then the next one is this 1 divided by 9x. And then we've got minus 5 divided by 9. And that's basically it. And so as I look in your multiple choice, it goes from like 6 to 6. So I'm going to take a screenshot real quick.
Would you include the y to the
Would you include? You don't have to, but I'm going to sketch it in there, right? So this is your f of x, right? Or in this case, I'm sorry, this would be g of x. This would be your g inverse. And then if you wanted to double check for symmetry, remember the diagonal just starts at the origin and has a slope of 1 over 1, right? Because it's y equals 1x, so the slope would be 1. The y-intercept would be 0. And so that would be y equals x. And this goes on forever in this direction. And this goes on forever in this direction. Okay? And that's basically it.